Guys, if you wanted to know how the wealthy make money generation after generation, this is it. This is why at the end of the day, the point with rentals is that I don't know if you guys have heard this, but the strategy is you buy, you borrow, whatever that looks like, doesn't have to be from a bank. Then you have your tenants pay off the loan. So it's like somebody just gave you an asset for free. Every few years you go in and take out a ton of money and then you do it again, and you never have to pay this off because your tenants do that for you, in addition to all the tax deductions you get. And that is tax-free money, by the way. When you refinance a property and take, say, $100,000 out, that's just a gift because you can go and invest it in the next property and you never have to pay taxes on this. Guys, if you wanted to know how the wealthy make money generation after generation, this is it. They use the tax code to their advantage. It is incredible what rentals can do for you.
There is about 25% more inventory of properties right now than buyers on an average nationwide. So that means that is a shifting to be the buyers have more choices. So for investor though, that is great because now the sellers are more willing to negotiate.
Perfect timing. She had been interested in real estate for a while and she had never jumped in because she thought she couldn't do it. You guys, we totally understand when you say that, right? Before you get the right education, you might believe what the world tells you about real estate. It's hard, it takes money, and all these things. In reality, none of that is true. Those are myths that basically hold a lot of people back, which is unfortunate because real estate is such a great opportunity. And so she eventually said, why don't I look into it since I am interested in real estate? Join our community in 2020. And basically, she didn't have a job. And so what she did, though, she did have the ability to get an equity line of credit on our house. And that's how she bought her first rental. And after that, she started refinancing her rentals to buy the next property. She's never had to put any more of her money into anything. She's gotten all her money back from the first deal by refinancing. And the funny part, just to tell you how much this is part of her strategy and how she's growing, not only she has 7 rentals right now and counting, but when I spoke with her a couple of weeks ago, I was checking in on her because I've helped her buy some rentals because she buys in St. Louis. She was telling me that she was in the middle of refinancing the last rental she's bought. I'm like, I love it.
So what if I told you the funding is not an issue? Would you buy rental properties? No, yes, no? What if the money was not okay? Thank you, Scotty. So what if the money is not an issue, right? So we're going to talk about that today because when I got started, I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't even have a job. My credit was very new. I was just finished college. So, I didn't have a lot of the resources. And a lot of the people that I work with, the students today, they come from the same type of thing. So you had a magic wand. What would be this thing that is going to get you going in rental? What is the thing that's not clicking for you?
Really, what matters is your why, and are you going to actually make this come through? So let me show you the Wendy, for example. We love Wendy. She actually, which we feel bad every time we think about this, she had spent $20,000 enrolling in a program. She really wanted to get started in real estate, so she found this program. It sounded great. And she invested $20,000. After several months of that, she was exactly in the same spot she was. And before investing the $20,000, she was getting no support and she was actually growing frustrated because basically she had made an investment that was now wasted. And then she ran into us. She joined our community and shortly thereafter bought her first rental. She was a beginner when she started, and her first rental she turned it into, Laura was talking about how she was calling people that had houses, that had units for rent, and she was asking them, hey, do you think you're going to sell at some point? How many people do you think were doing that? It's probably Laura. That's it. This is what we teach you. This is where you go from just being the public, standing on the sidelines, to being an insider and a professional investor. This is where the money is. So let me tell you guys, and you already probably smelling it out there. There are the market is changing very quickly. and we have a window of opportunity, and I'll tell you a little bit more about this later, but basically we have a window of opportunity where by the end of 2026, prices, because of the undersupply of housing, prices are going to start going up. So this is our window as investors to actually accumulate rentals, because rents have been kind of held down by some of the construction that's been going on, but that construction is actually coming to a halt because this is construction that was started a couple of years ago, because it takes about 2 years to bring stuff to market. So we're having a glut of new construction right now. That's going, basically construction is going to stop after these new units are coming on the market. So we are in a golden era right now, because we will be looking back in 5-10 years down the line and be like, man, that was the time to buy. So you are here at the perfect time, and we'll definitely give you all the data and all the lowdown on this if you're not familiar with what's happening in the rental market.